So what I'm going to show you is the key capabilities of the platform. I think I'm going to show you both from a mentee side and a mentor side, so that you get a really rich understanding of what it's like to be from both roles. And obviously, one of the key elements to our platform is that mentors can also be mentees. So you have the ability to be improving in certain areas, but also helping and contributing in others. So let's just dive straight in. And what I'm going to show you is the read one, setting up your profile, and then I'm actually going to move over to a demonstration platform so that you can see what happens when there are full connections made and the relationships and the feedback loops as we go through it. But let's just dive straight in. And the first key thing to understand, obviously, is creating a digital profile. Whether you're a mentee or mentor, it is quite important. Obviously, we understand that it is sometimes a bit of a pain to enter all of this information, especially as you have it already on LinkedIn. But so as you see here, we've got a little bit of information that we filled in for you. It might be your name, first name, surname, the job role that you have, and you can change this all at one point. Well, this is the affiliation, so this is obviously a read platform, so that's that. But the industry or the company that you work in, you can change that through my account settings in the top right hand corner. If you want to put on your profile photo, you can do it on my account settings here. So my profile image, the only requirement is it must be square. Typically what we find for most users on our other platforms, just save their LinkedIn one and then just drag and drop it into this, and then that should be fine. You can change a little bit about your job title or the industry that you're in. Gender obviously is here. And then there are also a few other settings around email notifications. I think with everyone on the Read platform, that we've given everyone the ability to both be a mentor and mentee. So you will have the option to say become a mentor. Likewise, if you don't want to be a mentor anywhere and you want to just be a mentee and don't want to be contacted in that frame, you can type it here will be, I no longer want to be a mentor, and you can just switch to a mentee profile. So again, going through the industry experience and things like that you can put in. If there is anything that you should be basically inputting into this, into the profile, into your profile information, please make sure that you're doing this skill box here. And these are the skills topics that you would either like to improve in, or for mentors, the skills that you would like to help or contribute with. Because this will then make sure that the right mentors, the right mentees find you, and we can start to suggest mentors that might help you, or mentees that you can help along your learning journey. And it also gives us a fair idea of what you're interested in helping and contributing to the network. We have defined a list of skills topics. If you want to find out the full list, just type letter A and you can look down it. But we also have that list on the user guides, and obviously you'll be able to if you can ask Kevin or myself, and we can provide you with the full list that we've put in place.
Yeah, and what I've said, Rory, if people desperately have a skill that they want to add, just message me and we'll discuss whether it fits into one of the existing criteria or it's something that we add.
Yeah.
But we can make changes to that. It's just we didn't want a whole free-for-all with everyone using 10 words to describe the same thing.
Perfect. Exactly that. So here, if you want to put in technology strategy, for example, we then do ask that you put in a sort of level of expertise or competency. This will help us to find the right mentors and the right mentees, and to guide you in that area. If your mentors, obviously, you're probably going to end up higher on the expert level. Mentees might find themselves around here, but this will also give you a good indication of how you're improving over time. So once we've added that skill, it's made public to the network. And as you see here, from that point, we can start suggesting mentors to you based on the skills. But as we get more people and more interactions on the profile, this will start to get, we'll have what we call an affinity score that sits behind this, and we can start to suggest the right mentors based on maybe it's educational achievements, professional qualifications, where you sit on your learning journey, all of different elements, and that gets more sophisticated with more people on the platform. Going back to your profile, we then look at how we might connect you together with mentors and mentees. So finding the person that you can help or that you can improve with. And I think we do this in 3 different ways. And the first way is what we call my open requests. So this is the same as this button. So you can ask for specific help on a particular skill or topic. So you can choose multiple, as it were, and you can add that in there, and you can explain a little bit about what you're looking to improve in. This this request will go out to all the mentors, but most significantly, the mentors that have the capability in that skill or topic or outcome. And then you can start to respond to those requests. So I'm just going to switch over to my demo platform to show you exactly how that works. But once you've put in that request, you can see you've got replies. Mentors can respond to you, and we can start connections and start scheduling sessions. The second way that we can connect people together is for a free search. So, for example, if I know particularly that there is, I want help within leadership, I can do so. If I want help within finance or whatever it might be, or there's a James on the network, whatever it might be, you can search for it, or mentees can search for it, but also mentors can search for it. We can filter the results by particular skills and other data points. And please do, I mean, we've got multiple different data points. So at the moment, we're quite clinically focused on skills and companies that you work for, but we can expand that. Finally, the third way that we connect people together, and as I was mentioned before, is through suggested mentors. Now, for the mentors, we start to suggest the open requests that are there for you. But suggested mentors, I've done off multiple different data capture points, but you can find the mentor that might best meet your requirements. So we just go to a mentor's profile. Again, many of you will have seen this already. It's very similar to the mentee profile, except for, of course, it's skills that you can help with rather than just necessarily the skills that you'd like to improve. And again, very important that you key this information, because then the mentees can find you if you're the mentee. Likewise for the mentors, so we can start to likewise for the mentees, so the mentors can best accurately understand what you're looking to improve in. We do have 2 other elements on the mentor's profile, which is my style as a mentor. So as many of you have already put in, it has a basing in Myers-Briggs. However, we're not looking to pigeonhole anyone. This does change agile as the sessions go on, and so we can get quite a good understanding of what kind of teaching preferences that you portray, but also in the context of the sessions that you're having. So there are, obviously, you see here, show, lecture, discuss, and delegate. And there are descriptions, if you just press the I button, about what exactly those mean. But after each session, we ask both mentee and mentor, what style of teaching did the mentor portray? Because you might take a very different approach. For example, if you are having a session on ideation than if you are having a session on leadership. And we want to try to reflect that. So again, try and suggest the right mentors and the right resources to the right individuals. Thirdly, I think one of the key things we try to do with this platform is take the onus off you. We want that the platform should be able to deal with any of your time management issues. So we try and deal with all the administration. So from you coming onto the platform, from you finding an individual that you can help and or you'd like to improve with, to then connecting, messaging, and scheduling sessions, and finally getting feedback. The platform really has that capability. And so as a mentor, you can put in your time slots. We understand that these are guidelines. So guidelines for the mentees and guidelines for you. So you might not always be available on Wednesday from 12 to 4, 12 to 2. But it gives the mentor a bit of understanding, especially when they go to schedule the sessions. So once we create a connection, you are then able to start messaging. And this is quite important. So it's only when we create the connections do we allow the users because obviously if you end a relationship and you no longer, you're more than happy to go outside of the platform and start messaging. But obviously, your time, we want to make sure that if the relationship has ended, then you can't contact that person until you start a new relationship with that person through the platform. So it's all in-app. Again, email notifications will come to you when you receive new messages. Mentees are able to schedule sessions through the messages, as you see here, from Monday, and we can put in, and this will go into your calendar through a .ics attachment. The one thing that we don't have at the moment through the platform is an integration into Zoom or Cisco. So we do ask if for those remote, which is more likely given our current climate right now, we do ask you to put the Zoom details in, or you can just message the Zoom details through the platform. Again, we're looking to understand the topics you'd like to take on. So managing relationships through this, as a mentor or mentee, you'll have this band called My Mentorships. And you'll see here, you can see how many requests that you've sent out and how many you're waiting. You can see the total number of mentorships that you have in common. And then obviously you can schedule sessions as a mentee with that. You will also have the option to provide feedback. So after each individual session, you can send feedback to both mentee and mentor. So both with you will have the opportunity to do this. Again, as I said, describing the mentoring style as you want to, sending private feedback. We also have the ability to write endorsements. So endorsements are public feedback that you would like to say to the mentee or mentor. That maybe Jason or whoever it might be has been a really good help to you, and the person that receives that endorsement has the opportunity to make that public, or they can hide it. So it doesn't. So it is like a review, but it's up to you to make sure that if you want it to be made public. We finally, on feedback, have end mentorship. So if once you've ended a relationship, maybe you've completed your goals in that particular topic or outcome that you're looking to achieve, we ask you to put in a little bit of information. Did you have a positive, neutral, or negative experience? If you had a positive experience, we've then got further questions that we might want to ask you. Again, these will change over time. This isn't a hard set. The platform is always evolving and trying to understand more about how we can help you, especially help you develop other people across the initiative, but also get better at suggesting the right mentors to the right individuals. Finally, there's content that runs through the platform. So we will, over a period of time, start to put articles and content up there. View all articles through your dashboard, as you see here, and we sort them. You can also search for them, obviously. The one thing we do like to do is we'll meta tag the content to the relevant skill or topic that it refers to. So as you see here, you can read it, and the skills that's relevant here are sustainability, ethics, and critical thinking. And you can start to read that bit of information. We also are able to source the content. So whether the content is sourced online, so whether through the web or whether it exists on Read database or exists on in the cloud somewhere. I know I put up a few documents through Read where you can download documents, especially around the mentoring agreement. So all you have to do is press and click there. One other element that we are looking into, as you'll see from actually Kevin's from the Read platform, I just go onto it. You can see here, if you as a mentor want to provide content to the platform that can be consumed by all of the network, I would recommend, if you do have any pieces, sending them to Kevin or myself, and we can upload them onto the content so that anyone can read. The one thing that we do here is, if there is the case where you want to do that, we can put your profile as the source, so users can immediately find you, and then obviously go to your profile and request directly that you be their mentor. So and users are able to save content and send it between each other. So we're trying to, again, supplement those interactions that you're having with each other with valuable content that will